Hey there, we're going into Chapter 7, Section number 5, which is the last section in 7, and then we'll have just 8.1 to do. Solving equations. 1 plus sine of theta equals 2 cosine squared of theta. We want to solve for theta. Cosine squared can be replaced with the Pythagorean identity with 1 minus sine squared. Now they're both sines, which is good. Distribute the 2. Two times 1's 2. 2 times that is just 2 times that. Now let's bring everything over to this side. Now let's do the biggest exponent first. So that'd be the squared. It's negative, so it becomes positive. 2 sine squared theta. Next will be sine theta. It's already positive, just leave it here. Plus sine theta. Then bring this positive 2 over, subtract it from 1, you get a negative 1. Everything's over here, so nothing's left over here. This will factor into 2 parentheses, but it gets a little confusing since it says sine. What you can do is replace temporarily, just replace it with an x. 2x squared plus x minus 1. And you might be able to factor that a little bit easier. 2x squared has to be 2x and x. There's no other way to get 2x squared. And 1 has to be 1 and 1. But you just have to get the signs right. It's a negative 1, so these have to be different. And they have to add up to positive 1. So if I put a negative here and a positive here, that'd be 2 minus 1. And that would be a negative 1. So let's switch the signs around and let's put the negative 1 over here and the positive over here. So if I FOIL, that's 2x squared, that'd be plus 2x minus 1x will give us 1x. Now put the sign back in. Instead of x, it's going to be sine. 2 sine x minus 1. And that's sine x plus 1. Now, if you can factor up here, you don't have to change the x's if you can factor from here to here. But if you're having trouble, then it might be one way to do it. All right, so solve for x. Move the 1 and divide by 2. Oops, I wrote an x, supposed to be a theta. Move the 1 and divide by 2, so it equals 1/2. Move the 1, be a negative 1. So you know to do a shift sign of 1/2, and you'll get pi over 6. And let's see, pi over 6 is 30 degrees. It goes up here. Sine's positive down here, so that'll be 5/6 pi. This one, do that. Shift sine theta, and you get 3/2 pi. But on this one, it's right here. It's 3/2 pi. If you go up here, this gives you negative 1 for sine. That's positive 1. There's only one place. There's not a second answer. The reason being, when you do the, it's positive 1 here and negative 1 here. Most places have 2 answers, but this is the only time you have 1. Oh, positive 1's only once, and negative 1's only once. And 0's on there a couple of times. All right, so that's your answer if they say only 1 cycle or 1 period. If they say all the answers, you have to add the plus 2 pi k. You just have to read the directions. If they just say from 0 to 2 pi, you're done. If they say all answers, just stick that on the end of each answer. All right.